Thank you, everyone. So today I'll be talking about API security from the lens of an AppSec engineer, and just a little introduction about myself. My name is Abhinav, and I'm currently working as an AppSec engineer for Clarinet Cybersecurity, and I'm conducting my own security researches. I'm into bug bounties and all those stuff. Okay. Before we get started, just a little disclaimer that I'm going to talk about a few tools that we can use for API security, but I'm not endorsing. There are other tools available in the market. I'll be talking about the tools that I know of. Okay. So why is it important? APIs are used everywhere. You see IoT systems, smart devices, Alexa, and all those things. API is everywhere, and we need to take care that the APIs we're using are well protected, so our data breaches are minimum. So that is something that we need to take care of. When we talk about securing APIs, there are three things that we need to take care of. Knowing our data. What data are we trying to protect? Is it credit card information or any other personal information? The social security numbers, things like that. Knowing our customers. If it's a banking API, so we need to know that, okay, the credit card informations, the account numbers, the balance and all those things, we need to take care that they are well protected, and no one is trying to get into or seeing our personal information. The tools. There are tons of tools available, and as a security guy, you need to be aware that these are the tools that I can use to see what are the bad sides of the API. Okay, so OWASP has this top 10 list of the API security, and today we'll probably be covering three of those. One is mass assignment, the other would be improper asset management, and it would be excessive data exposure. Alright. So, when we want to start an API security assessment, there are some things that we need to take care of. One, read the documentation that has been provided to us. If it is not provided, do ask your client or the developer or business team, whatever it is. Try to read the documentation and try to understand how the APIs are working. What is the exact business logic of the API? Second, ask for the API collection, which includes the positive response. Like if it's a GET request and you want to know what is the data that the application is going to fetch, we need the API response. We need to know that what are the methods that we can use on the APIs. Third, so when we talk about API security assessments, we should not just stick to automatic tools, the scanners for just showing the results. We actually need to do the manual assessments because they are going to give us the actual results. So let's talk about the first finding, which is mass assignment. I've written a small line like, let's lie and check if it get caught. Because what happens in mass assignment is that we're actually trying to tell the application that we are the admin of the application, when in reality we are not. And if there's no check, the application would say that yes, this guy is the admin and let's give him all the access that admin would have. Let's try to understand with this story. Suppose this is a restaurant. Hey, someone walks in and he just says that, okay, hey, are you guys serving pizza or not? And the waiter comes and says that yes, we have a medium-sized pizza and it's for $10. Okay. Now, this guy says that, okay, I'm the owner's friend. And he, without verifying, says that, okay, that's great, you're the owner's friend, let's give you the pizza for $2. So he straight away got the discount without any verification. That is what happens in the mass assignment, where we are lying to the application that, okay, I am this person or I have this discount code, and they're not going to verify it. They're just going to accept it and give you whatever discounts or the access you want. Let's just... would it play? Sorry for the glitch there, guys. So we were talking about the demo of mass assignment. Alright, so if we can see, this is a login page and we go to the forget password page. We enter the email. Yep, we have this link. We'll open the password reset link that is shared to us. And now if we analyze the request, there's a parameter that is going to say admin false. So we just need to change it to true from false. So without verifying, the application is going to accept that, okay, this guy is actually the admin. And when we log in with the new password, we will have all the access that a normal admin would have. So this is what mass assignment can do. You're injecting something inside. You're trying to get the access. You're trying to get something for free. Those things can be accessed using this vulnerability. All right. So the next one that we're going to talking about is improper assets management. Now, just a one-liner here. You made a very secure new version, but did you forget to disable the previous one? So, for example, let's say there's a new API that is called V2, and the entire data there is encrypted, well encrypted. But the developer forgot to disable the version 1, which has all the details like your credit card number or the CV details, any other relevant personal information there in plain text. That is a critical data, and that can be used by anyone to access your information. Now, let's understand this again with a story. Apologies for the pretty bad graphics there. But yeah, consider this an office, and this is the next employee who resigned 3 months back but did not return his ID card. It's kind of like the physical security that you were talking about, right? So he still has his previous ID card, and he tries to enter the previous office. And what you can see is he's able to get inside because that ID card was not deactivated. It was still activated. Because he was able to get in, he might be able to pull off a lot of things like, get access to things, get data, get some papers and all those stuff. So that is why asset management is important, be it physical or be it digital. They both are important. Let's just understand this now with a demo. Cool. Sorry? I can try. Just give me a minute. No, actually we had a glitch, so I switched it. Yep. So we had the forget password page, and we copy the email address. All right. So we receive a verification code that is 2122. Cool. So there's a V3 API that is there in place. It says that we are unauthorized to change someone's password, and there are 4 attempts remaining before they block us. It's preventing the brute force attack here. So we'll again enter the same code. And now instead of V2, we'll try with V3, we'll try with V2 or V1. Again unauthorized, but this time it did not tell us that we are going to stop you from brute force attack. So from V1, we are going to start a brute force attack to get the verification token of the admin to get into the application. So we run a Python script here for brute forcing, and we found out the correct verification code. Yep, we were able to log in. So by chaining 2 attacks in this improper asset management, we were able to get inside the application when ideally we should not be able to do so. Alright, so let's talk about the third finding, which is excessive data exposure. Now, exposing data more than required is same as disclosing your secrets to every person you meet, and you do not want to do that, and you don't do that, right? So it happens when the APIs believe that the end user is going to filter out the data and would only see what is required to him. But in reality, if someone sniffs the traffic, he'll be able to see a lot more data. Let's just see an example. Now, consider this a request of a dating application. I suppose a lot of people here use dating applications, right? This is a GET request which has an ID 1. Okay. Now, when we are using the application on the mobile device, the only things we see is probably the picture, the age, name, or maybe the city you're from. But when we analyze the request using a tool like burpsuit, we find out that this is your exact address, this is your exact mobile number, and this is your exact email address. Those things are not visible from the mobile interface. So this can be very critical data if your business is, something like a dating application. So we need to take care of this, and we need to avoid this kind of data being exposed. Now, let's go through the demo. Okay. So this is the application. We again go to the forget password page here. When we try to analyze the request, we see that, yep, there's the username, email, the recent link, all of these things are there. Is anyone a pen tester here doing application security assessments? Can you tell what is the flaw here? I'll show you. I'll just pause the request here and you can find out what is the flaw. Oops. Okay. Just give me a minute. Whoops, not visible. Sorry? No, when I actually start the slideshow, the crashes. Yep. So, and I would have to go to. Yep. All right. So there was a reset token link that was going in the response. So, for example, if I enter your name, for example, your name is John, and I say john@gmail.com, right? So it would give me the recent link that is sent to your email, right? It would be there in response, and I can change your password, and I can get into the application using your credentials. So that is something that needs to be protected, and those things should not be there in the response itself. I have a few more things, but again, it's. Sorry? Okay. So that's okay. I think that would be enough. If there are any questions. Yep. I would say just do a black box test then. Yep, it can be Postman. It's a specific tool for APIs. Then burpsuit is always there. Burpsuit. For if you don't want to use Postman, there's something called as Hopscotch. You can use that as well. If you're talking about XML APIs, there's a tool called SOAP API. We can use that as well. For fuzzing, there's something called as FUF, FUF. We can use that as well. But then again, there are a few automated tools, but I would generally not recommend it. It's more of a manual approach. So, yep. Yep. Arjun would be a good tool if you want to do parameter discovery. Yep. For the mass assignment kind of things or access control things, Arjun is a really good tool. Yep. That basically depends on the client, right? If he's trying to give you the documentation or not. But yeah. Yep. So, someone would be, just blindly starting the application assessment or the pen test. You would get the application, intercept, and, start finding bugs. My approach would be I would probably create a sitemap. There's this tool called Burpsuit, and it has a feature to create a sitemap. By sitemap, I would be able to figure out what are the pages that are there for the admin, what are the pages that are there for the normal user. So a map would be created, and based on that, I can try out all the attacks. Probably things like access control, right? For example, if you are an admin and you have access to add users, but I don't. So I'll see, okay, if this is the API request that the admin is using, and this is the one that I don't have access to, I'll try to, use it with my cookies or sessions and see if I can, add a user using my account. Then there are a few Burp plugins as well. Burpsuit, the tool that I mentioned. Those are pretty handy, again, for finding a lot of bugs. My approach is generally from bottom to top. I mean, I'll start with finding low issues bugs, informational or low, so that, I can get used to the application. I can see how it is exactly working, and then gradually, try to find bugs like SQLi or cross-site scripting and things like that. No, I get frustrated when I don't find bugs.
Yeah. Okay, that was brilliant speech.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.